plant is getting out of control, but I actually love how it looks, so I'm going to just let it get out of control, to be honest. I've noticed since I've dropped the light over and added an additional light, it's actually it's not stretching towards the light that way so much, so that's a good sign. Ivy's still doing well. Took some cuttings off my millipede setup, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. My Phoetonias are still getting eaten by slugs, as well as the other one over here. The rest of the plants are doing awesome. From the last video when I cut that down there as well, you see what I mean in regards to when I cut it, that node. If you look, you can see those sort of fresh leaves shooting out, and it's just a week later, so as you can see it's shooting out those new leaves there. And what this will do, it will thicken that sort of stem below that, so then it becomes more sturdy, so when you are watering it, it's not going to start leaning all the time or more so. But it adds stability to the plant as well. Oh, I'm liking all of these little funky plants, sort of popping up these little weeds, that one there. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I actually really like how it looks. There's loads of little ones like that, sort of dotted around. Got some grape in there. They're currently too busy eating that mealworm. Just having a look at these. I did feed them a mealworm yesterday, so that one there is almost eaten now, as you can see. I also fed them a mealworm earlier, and then I noticed that they've caught like a daddy longlegs, we call them here, a crane fly, I think is the like common name, but they've actually caught like a mini crane fly, and they're eating that as well. You can see it was alive when I initially saw it, but you can see one of them's bit it and took like a slice out of its wing. But yeah. There you see. That's the easiest thing for them to drag in, being so light. put some grape in there for them, which they haven't touched at all. They just go to that sugar, the sort of ant nectar that I bought. I think I got that from BritishAnts.com. I don't know if this is good or bad, but you can see that little mini sort of mushroom, I guess, growing there. So let me know if this is a good or bad thing for the ants, if that will affect them, the mushroom, but let me know. You can see what I mean from the previous video. So I cut that there, and there's that node just below it, you can see. And if you can look, you can see how it shot out new leaves either side, so it's going to make it a little bit bushier. And then actually it's encouraged it just below that to shoot more out, and then same below that as well. So as you can see, it does encourage more sort of bushy growth. The stem then thickens up, becomes stronger and less limp. So if you do have plants like this where they are stretching up, remember to top them, cut the tops off, and then you can obviously, the top I cut off this is in my giant African millipede tank. So yeah, hopefully you can get a bit of a tip from that one. And my little jungle of random weeds. And it's the same with that one there. I topped that one. As you can see those little leaves coming out, and then below again, little leaves coming out. Still got that one damaged from that slug, but you can see them coming out there. Notice that now and then this guy, or lady, who knows, always chills in between these little slits in this light. Obviously it must gather a little bit of warmth where they must like it, must appreciate it. But I'm glad that they're both still here. It's now been about 2 weeks, maybe it's just over 2 weeks, so I'm glad they've stuck around for me. Also with my mealworms, things like that, if you're wondering, just to sort of drag them out longer, because they normally advise a couple of weeks for these, whereas what I do is I'll drop raspberries, strawberries, random bits of fruit in left over for them, and then I've noticed that they'll last a lot longer. I've had these ones for about 4 weeks now, and as you can see, they're still going strong, but I do that each one of my tubs, one there, and I've got these two that I've just put ones in as well, so they've all got a raspberry each now. Sometimes I'll maybe put 1 or 2 in. It's the same with my springtail culture. I put in dead leaves, raspberries, grape, just to keep them going, and generally I'll just water it down a little bit, but yeah. And then just the same again with my crickets as well. Just put raspberry in there, but generally you can see that they literally just dropped it in, and straight away they're eating it, so they do appreciate it, and it just drags them out that little bit longer. What I did, and if you notice that I actually didn't do it with these, I actually forgot to put a raspberry in these. I've just done it now, but if you look at the difference, for example, if you look, you see most of them have sort of dried out, they're not that great, you know, and you pay a couple of quid for these, whereas this one I actually did keep some in, and they've already ate it, and now, you know, they're actually, some of them are actually grown in size and they're still here. So you know, you can see here that they're all over it. They must love raspberry. I've just put a raspberry in with my ants as well, so hopefully they like that too, but they just absolutely swarm this.
Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down low. Everything is so beautiful. I wanna drop it down
I also don't know if Myrmica Ruginodis pay attention to seeds, but these sort of little weed plants I have, now I've noticed they come out in like these little white flowers. Let's see if I can see any other of them, any others. But they come out in these little white flowers, and I've noticed they burst and produce seeds. There we go, there's one there. It's like a little mini white flower, and I've noticed they do burst seeds, and hence how they've sort of spread out. So let me know if they pay attention to seeds. If they do, great. I've got something here that's producing seeds, so that's always a good sign. New worker there, ventured out for the first time. Look at that, look how light it is. First like baby steps, looks a bit disorientated. First steps for outside, I think that. Having new workers come out is only a good thing, because it basically means that the eggs and brood are doing well. They're getting to that stage, and it looks like there's a lot of new workers coming through ready for obviously summer once they're out of hibernation. That's all today from AntScapes. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, remember, like and subscribe. But as always, peace and love.